In what ways are women objectified?
A lot of ways. I mean, the way you dress, the way you what you look like.
The way you wear. Like, if we wear a certain type of tight bodysuit, or we're showing our boobs or whatever, I feel like guys objectify that.
The typical thing is a girl goes out to a bar and a guy buys her a drink, and the guy expects for her to continue to and the girl, it's just a drink, but there's automatically this assumption that the girl's gonna give him an infinite amount of time to chat and expect certain things. I feel like sex, or maybe not even that.
Women are objectified every single day. I mean, just walking down the street, you'll get checked out by guys. Or I've had, at the gym when I'm working out, I've had guys take pictures of me. It happens all the time. Yeah, it happens all the time.
That fucking sucks.
All the time.
Story. I was followed around the grocery store by an old man, and that was a way. I was in sweatpants. I didn't look cute at all, but he still followed me around, and I had to have a manager walk me out to my car. So I feel like it's just not a safe world for women.
Have you ever felt pressure to conform to certain beauty standards to be more desirable in dating?
No. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I have, but I won't.
Absolutely not. No, not at all. I do not conform to any of that shit.
Me? No. Absolutely not. I'm on too many drugs to do this. I don't know. I'm fucked up. Sorry. I gotta step out. Sorry.
Yes, definitely.
What are some of the beauty standards?
Shaving your legs.
Being skinny.
That too. Having a fat ass.
Being skinny, but having a fat ass.
Yeah.
I think the main beauty standards that women have to deal with is related to weight. I think most women feel like they need to lose weight in some way to fit into the beauty standard that is, brought about by society.
I'm not the skinniest. I guess, I don't know, people call me thick, whatever. But, I always say, oh, I'm too fat, or, I'm not blonde, or I don't look a certain way, and, guys don't like me because I'm not, short and petite and tiny. There's definitely, an ideal beauty standard where I feel I don't fit into that mold, so it's, I have to change how I look to fit into that.
How do you suggest men stop objectifying women?
I don't think that's something you could change overnight. I think that's more a society thing and whatnot. But I also feel when you put they put themselves into other people's shoes. I hate that when they're oh, think of your sister or your mother or things like that. But at the same time, it's you're a person, I guess. Treat them like a people. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Treat them like a human, and compliment them.
Like your friend before someone that you sexualize. Make it your homie before someone that you look as a sex symbol.
I think it comes down to parenting. I think if your parents are pieces of shit and you teach your kids the wrong way of how to treat women, then you will keep doing that. But if you have good parents who treat you or teach you the right way to treat women, you'll go out and you'll not objectify women and you'll do the right thing.
I just think that's just such an oversimplified question to a even bigger problem with society. It's just a whole entire problem with I hate to say it, the patriarchy, but everything is objectifying women, and everything I don't know, it just comes down to sex and oh, we're only good for sex, or that. So I feel if we're viewed on a level as we're an equal in a partnership versus oh, I can just sleep with you and have sex with you, then we won't be as objectified as often. But I don't know how that could get fixed, honestly.
How can we stop men from objectifying women?
I gotta stop being so fucking shallow. That's the biggest thing. Stop being so fucking shallow. Let's get to know someone, see what they're about, see their potential. That's the biggest thing. If you just look at someone based off their looks or whatever, you're hella fucking shallow. You just gotta be nice, man. Just be nice.
I don't know, and also I don't feel I need to be the reason that they stop objectifying women. I don't feel I need to come up with the way for men to do that.
Yeah.
Why do I have to have the solution for that? I don't know. It seems it's ingrained in society. I think that it starts with being a good father and raising your daughter to, and raising your son, to respect women and have good views of women in the first place.
Respect.
Other than raising your kids to respect women, I don't know why. I don't think that I have to come up with a way to figure that out for men.
So, in your honest opinion, does OnlyFans empower women, or does it reinforce unhealthy gender dynamics and objectify women.
I think when you use it in the right form, like, it just depends on the situation and the person and what they're doing it for, in a sense. Like, if that's what somebody wants to do, you're not going to stop them, but at the same time, it's like, it does feed into some of the things.
I wouldn't have said that. I 100% agree with that.
I
think that it works against us, that it's not good for our morale, or like, it's not what we should be doing. We feel like that's what we have to do. But also it's situational. Like, you don't know what people are on OnlyFans to do.
I mean, I think it definitely kind of enforces that, but I feel like it's women being like, you know what, I'm going to own my sexuality and like make money off of something that like men are already getting for free. Like, you know, porn is out there, and like OnlyFans, like, why not make money off of something that like men are consuming? So I'm all for like sex workers if they want to do that. So
objectifies them and enforces, I mean, like, if people are paying for your shit to see like ass or tits, no, that's not right.
I think if you can make your hustle and you make the money to support yourself, I'm all for it. If a girl tells me she has OnlyFans, I'm probably not about that, like, at all. Like, at all. Yeah, no, definitely not.
Why wouldn't you take a girl seriously if she was doing OnlyFans full time?
Well, because I feel like if I'm dating a girl, I wouldn't want the rest of the world to see what she look naked, you know? Like, that's between us. But again, I cannot knock someone's hustle if they're making like $50,000 a month. That's a fact.
I mean, I think OnlyFans is probably similar. I mean, I think it objectifies. I mean, it's similar to any like porn website. I mean, all of those objectify both sexes.
Yeah.
I mean, it objectifies men too, you know? So I feel like it goes both ways.
Yeah.
When female rappers sing about WAP, is it about female empowerment or is it about the male gaze?
Male gaze, but
they're gonna make money off of it. It's both.
Yeah.
And I'm for it. I love WAP.
Wet ass pussy and male gaze.
Wait.
Oh.
Female empowerment, 100%.
100%.
100%.
I mean, how many times do you hear a song that goes
If a man
that hard?
were to be rapping about that, it would be different.
Yeah,
but the fact that Cardi B is rapping about that, it's all right.
Female empowerment for sure.
How does it empower females to sing about their,
Every time I see that song played, everyone gets so fucking hyped, especially the women. So I love that shit. That shit's amazing. I love hearing that song.
I think it's for women because when you look around the club and who's singing that, it's a bunch of girls and we're like, yes, like, I am a badass bitch and I feel empowered right now. It's not like, oh, like, let me be sexy for this guy. Like, we don't do shit for men's like approval. It's like, we just want to feel like we are our own person and like we're like owning our sexuality and all that kind of thing.
I mean, it's probably a little bit of both. I mean, I think it depends on who you ask, obviously, which is why you're
and maybe
doing
who's
this.
singing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the beauty of things like that is that you're appealing hopefully to both, so that your music and whatever message you have, you know, is popular for everyone that's listening, because that sells.
In what ways do women objectify themselves?
Oh, I think like Instagram is a bad one. Like, taking all the pictures and be like, how many likes can I get? Can I get brand deals? Like, that kind of a thing. But again, it's like that weird double-edged sword where it's like, are you empowering yourself because now I'm like being able to monetize this? Or is it like you're just feeding into that like kind of objectification and like keeping the cycle going, if that makes sense?
I think taking into consideration the men's view and like feeding off of that, like, you know, if you wear like tight clothes or something like that,
that you look better.
Yeah, or like just dressing for them instead of like dressing for like how you feel or things like that.
So essentially the male gaze.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How can we expect men to stop objectifying women when women are constantly posting thirst traps online? They are making millions of OnlyFans. They're dressing provocatively when they go out. Don't grab the mic. Have some respect.
I'm sorry.
Right? But you know, they're also being sexualized in media at the forefront too. How can we combat that?
I think girls and women have been doing this because men have been objectifying them, and they're only like retaliating. Like, that's why we're doing it, and that's why they're making money off of it, because men have been objectifying women for so long.
Yeah.
And they're coming back, and women are saying fuck you, and like, I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Also, there's something going around how people are saying that they don't want a daughter, but I don't want a son because they're the problem. Women are not the problem. Men are the problem because they contribute to no woman has done a fucking school shooting. Men do school shootings. Men do massive shootings. Women don't do that.
But women accuse men who haven't raped them of raping them.
But that doesn't matter because that's a very small number of women, but there's a very, very, very big number of women that have been raped or just sexually assaulted, and it's just
I know
not. And then
multiple
they
girls
don't
that
come
have
out,
been
right? They don't come out. But then obviously, there's those people that do falsely accuse people, and that's not fair, but that's just what happens in the world.
If women are making millions off of OnlyFans, posting thirst traps for likes and attention, dressing provocatively, and are overly sexualized in the media, how can we as a society stop objectifying women?
Y'all gotta be more confident. It really comes down to it. The amount of guys I hear that are like super insecure or like controlling is like off the fucking map. Like, if you're with a girl and you love her, like, you respect her hustle. Like, whatever makes her money makes her money. Like, I get like OnlyFans is not the route that I would personally want, but like, if she's like a respectable person and she's just honestly trying to make a lot of money, like, I don't know, man. As a man, you can't knock that.
Everyone loves sex, like we all do. But like, I think, and it comes down to other men holding men accountable. Like, I feel like if you're out with your friends and your friend is like being kind of like gross or whatever, you have to be like, hey dude, like that's not cool, like leave her alone, whatever. Because if I sit here and I go, hey, like I'm not into you, like, oh no, I'm not, then I'm a bitch, I'm a like whatever. But I feel like other men can help like lift us up and be like, hey, you know what, that's like actually not okay.
In what ways do women objectify men?
Like people wanting men that are taller. I don't know.
That's
or like,
true. That's a good one. Yeah.
I feel like I feel like that's a big like that the type of a lot of women is they want like a tall man, and obviously that's something they can't control at all. Like
I think it goes back down to evolution. Honestly, I feel like I was saying, men are visual creatures. I think men are focused on procreating with somebody who's likely to create a lot of babies, so they want the person with the big chest, the big hips. But women are more programmed to want stability, and so they look for the man who has a good job, maybe more money. So it's different things that are the shallow thing that people are looking for, and I think it all goes back to evolution, honestly.
I mean, you think about like their height. Like I think that's one of the biggest ones. People always like, I want a man over 6 feet tall, things like that. Like I feel like that's one way, and just like the way they look.
Height thing, yeah.
It just depends on the person. Because there's people who are like very like they want somebody to look this like there's
everyone has their preferences to like objectified. Like I mean, it's different. Like women have all these like pressures of like being this standard or that. Like men with women, it's like 6 feet, you're in.
I mean, the only thing I've seen is maybe like height. That was a big topic tonight. It was like how women won't talk to certain guys based off their height.
Salary?
Income.
Yeah, income.
We rob y'all.
Yo, that too.
Rob y'all.
So have you ever used a guy for attention?
Not
for attention,
but
just for like
dinner,
drinks,
yeah,
everything.
yeah. The other night,
Money.
we got drinks. Well, a guy offered me drinks, and I just gave them to my friend because I was like, why not? My male friends.
Just drinks.
So that was his fault that he wanted to buy them for me.
Have you ever felt pressure to earn a certain amount of income to make you more desirable in dating?
no.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Honestly, never been asked the question of how much money I make. I don't think I've ever been asked that question. So no, not at all, bro. Not at all. Not at all.
Do you think that the amount of money you make plays a part in the partners you're able to attract as a man?
Long term, yes. Short term, no. I've never been on like a first date and someone's like asked me questions like that. But long term, absolutely. Absolutely.
No, honestly, it really, like in this day and generation, like if you have the looks, like any guy is gonna pay for you and treat you like a princess.
Fly me out to Miami.
Yeah. But honestly, like me myself, I would like to make more and
I feel like, I want to make more for myself. I don't think about making money
Yeah.
for like men reasons.
Yeah.
How does the objectification of women affect the way they view themselves?
Oh, I think it can have like a terrible impact on her like mental health. Like just feeling like you're only viewed for one thing and like sex and like all that. Like it feels shitty. Like it sucks. Like you're like, okay, does this guy actually like me because we're compatible and he likes me as a person, or is it just like you want to have sex with me? Is that it? So it sucks. Like it's not fun. And I feel like guys don't have like anything to compare that to. Like they don't understand that feeling.
I know that you're drunk. Yeah. Tell me what you want after this club. You know you're nasty. Don't move around in my house, call a taxi.